What up, bros? This is the All Bros podcast, and I am Caleb. Today, I made a bit of an oopsie with saving. So I'm just recording just a quick recap of what me and Rose talked about when we did our main recording for our Aquaman breakdown. Um, yeah, so just like a quick into what happened. So we recorded, had everything up, and I went to save it, but I shut my laptop before I was able to save, or before the file was saved completely. So I tried recovering it, but everything that I did just kind of came up short. So that's why you guys just got to deal with me this episode. So sorry about that. So just a quick recap of everything that happened in Adventures in Hunting. We talked about some new pops that came out. We have a new Star Wars line, and those ones included Darth Vader. We had a Princess Leia, and it looked like it was her Hoth ceremonial gown. We also got a Han Solo, which it also looked like it was his Hoth outfit. New Emperor Palpatine, and a few others that I just can't seem to recall right now. I want to say Lando was one, and I believe I already said Darth Vader. But we also got some new pops with Peeps, and it was just different colored Peeps. Same with Sour Patch Kids. We were both kind of giving Funko a hard time about that, just because candy, I mean, come on, you had a lot better options with that. We also talked about some new Toy Story pops that were coming out, and we were excited about those. One of the new ones was a Woody riding RC. We also got a Mrs. Nesbit, a couple Pocket Pops that we talked about. We also got Mrs. Nesbit, Wheezy, Bo Peep, Slinky, and Bullseye. And Bullseye is actually a Funko Shop. Well, they have a common one, and then they have a FYE shop exclusive flocked Bullseye, which Rose is super excited about getting. But we're both really excited to get Mrs. Nesbit, because that scene from Toy Story is borderline iconic for us. We didn't have any Blu-ray news. In our Through the Wall news, we talked about, or we didn't have any real news items. So we just talked thoroughly about the Golden Globe winners and went through the list that we made up a couple episodes back and find out who actually had the most correct answers. And Rose thought he was going to lose, but I got absolutely destroyed. So that bumped our new reference fail. It was 1-1, but it bumped us up to 16-9 in Rose's favor. So I got a lot of catching up to do. In this week's sneak peeks, we got a little bit of a sneak peek into it. Well, it was more of a trailer. So we got like a third trailer for Captain Marvel, which was really exciting. I was already sold on the movie, but it got Rose sold even more on it. So that was pretty exciting. We got a bit of new footage, not a whole ton, but what we did get was pretty great. We also in this week's sneak peeks, we got a trailer to sneak peek. Bah, gosh, I am having a real hard time talking today. Um, the other trailer that we got was for Punisher season 2, and that was just badass. We got to see the return of Billy Russo, aka Jigsaw, but from what I've read, they're not ever going to call him Jigsaw. Um, so that's going to be a little bit interesting. But we get to see Frank Castle return, and yeah, so he returns, kicks people's asses, and we're super excited about that. I told Rose that before, like, because he's sold on this season, that he needs to watch, because he hasn't watched any of the Netflix shows, that he needs to watch Daredevil season 2, Punisher, and then Punisher season 2 to kind of get caught up on the whole Punisher storyline. He also, because he wants to kind of get into more Daredevil stuff, that he needs to watch, obviously, Daredevil season 2, The Defenders, then season 3, and then there's just a few other miscellaneous things that he wants to see that I told him would be good to watch before he sees Defenders. And then that was all we had in this week's sneak peeks. Then our main event of the evening.
Time for the main event. Let's play game.
So our main event of the evening, we did a breakdown of Aquaman, like we said, and that you can tell from the title of this episode. We just broke it down to our like how we normally do. I mean, this is really rough, guys. I'm super sorry that you have to listen to this. But we thought in general that the movie was really solid. Definitely one of DC's best work. We thought the fight choreography for this movie was on point. The direction that James Wan took this movie was just incredible. He a lot of the scenes looked like they were one shot, but obviously with movie magic they weren't. So there were minimal cuts in all of these, and he just pulls it off flawlessly. We did have a bit of issues. We did have some issues with some of the CGI. The CGI overall was pretty good. The only thing that we had issues with was sometimes the hair looked a little too fake or moved a little too much. It was just something that you notice if you pay attention to it too hard. But we were really impressed with Jason Momoa and how he was able to pull off all of this stuff that we gave Aquaman a really hard time for. We thought the suit design for Jason Momoa was just badass. He pulled it off really well. He added a lot of character to a otherwise really boring hero. I said this in our main recording, but I always thought of Aquaman as just kind of a blonde Superman. That's not as cool. But this definitely made Aquaman cool, and everything that I've ever given him shit about was 100% wrong. They were able to do different things, like with the trident, him able to talk to fish. They were able to make that look cool. One thing that I thought that they would never do, but they did, and it looked badass, was they were able to get Jason Momoa to ride a seahorse, which is something that I've given Aquaman plenty of shit over. But they were able to pull this off damn near flawlessly, and I was just as giddy as could be. In the end, we rated the movie So Rose gave it a B, but like a kind of a softer B, somewhat closer to a B minus. And I gave it a hard B, but closer to a B plus. It was a really good movie. We had a ton of fun watching this. We highly recommend it. Um, I know our score is a little lower than everything else or some other hero movies, but we highly recommend watching this, and we both have really high hopes for a sequel that they left open the like the possibility of a sequel with Black Manta. I loved him, and I wish that I got to see more, but I was really happy. We were both really happy with what we did get to see with him. So yeah, um, we did have one announcement. Our first hunting video is finally out. We're changing the format a little bit, and we're doing some tweaks here and there to make it even better for everyone. So yeah, you guys can go on our YouTube channel, just search the All Bros and check out or be on the lookout for our logo um, to find that. Our reference fail count total was 16-9, like I said earlier, um, in Rose's favor. So really need to up my game before January ends. Luckily, I still got a few more um, episodes before the month ends. Um, so yeah, I know this wasn't a super inclusive episode, and I'm super sorry about that. I am definitely learning from this mistake. But if you like our previous episodes and want to listen to more, and even if you like this one, I mean, thank you, but you don't need to be that nice. Um, but you can be sure to subscribe to us. We're on iTunes, we're on Google Play, we're on Stitcher, we're on SoundCloud, we're on iHeartRadio, we're on Radio Public, and we're also on Spotify. The only issue with Spotify, I haven't had a ton of luck searching us by name, so you kind of have to search by the episode title. So, which kind of sucks, but I mean, hopefully we get a few more viewers, and it hopefully won't be super hard to find. Um, all of our episodes get uploaded to YouTube as well, so be sure to go check that out too. You can also follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/theallbros. Let us know what you think of the podcast, and if you have any disagreements with anything that we say, we'd love to hear it, and we'll even read your stuff on the show. We're also on Twitter. Just search at the All Bros. Again, just look for our logo there. If you have something you want us to discuss in the next episode, like maybe a news item, a pop that you're excited about, a Blu-ray, any news, trailer that you want us to watch, whatever you want, you can message us or email us at theallbroschannel@gmail.com. Or you can fill out our form on our new website. Well, it's not new. It's a little older. But you can find that at tinyurl.com/theallbros. No punctuation in any of those. So yeah. Next week we will be doing a breakdown of Bumblebee. And then following that, for our 50th episode, we are going to be doing a breakdown of Spider-Man PS4. So look forward to that. I know that we are. So yeah. So for myself and Johnny Boy, this has been the All Bros podcast, and kind of the recap episode. So yeah. So deuces.